It is Mayor's Week here on Community in Focus. It's a week where we spotlight some of the big things that are happening in communities across our region. Well, the one we want to spotlight tonight is Quoin, and I am joined by Mayor Josh Downs. Mayor Downs, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Rachel.
Yeah, it is our pleasure. You guys have so much happening in Quoin right now. But the one thing that we should start with is that smooth ride into town along US 51. You want to talk about that project?
Yes, absolutely. So that's a project that has been years in the making in terms of the road construction portion. When I took over in May of 2023, we were told we had to move our utilities from underneath the road, water main and sewer main, and so that's what we've been working on for the last little over 2 years now, and we were lucky enough to get some large grants from Delta Regional Authority in the amount of a little over $2.5 million, and a little assistance from the state. And so here we are. You know, that work is about to wrap up in the coming weeks, and then the road construction part will start. So hopefully by the time the State Fair rolls around in late August, we've got a brand new road. If weather holds out, I think we'll be fortunate to get that done. So
well, I know coming in going north from the south, it is a much smoother ride into town now.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. Yeah. So it's the road's going to be ripped out all the way to the dirt and all new concrete and widened a little bit on each side. And so no turn lane or anything because it'd be eating into people's yards there. But, hopefully it fixes the issues for many years to come. So.
Well, let's keep talking about infrastructure for a moment. Now, I know that there is a new water tower that is going in. That's near the old cookie factory, right?
Yes, in the industrial park. Yep. Okay. And so that was, again, a project that was applied for many years ago, I think maybe 15 or 20 years ago. We got denied, and so then the last administration was fortunate enough to get that award from EDA, which is a federal government program. And so that, if you drive up there, the water tower is well under construction, and there's still a lot left. It takes a lot longer than what you would think, but so there is some time left, but that will serve the industrial park and the rest of our town for, again, many years to come. So it's 500,000 gallons above ground, and so it'll take our capacity well above where we need to be to meet regulations. Okay,
fantastic. And it's kind of a coffer for further development, I assume.
Yes, absolutely. Great. I mean, you can point, people wanting to come in and bring businesses there, and that'll help with your fire protection and insurance rating and all kinds of stuff. So it's one of those things that hopefully it's a domino that leads to many more things.
Now there are some visible improvements and a massive undertaking that happened over at the Prismium Group. You care to talk a little bit about that project? I mean, that's amazing.
Absolutely. Prismium is our largest employer. They have several hundred employees already and are going to be adding more. The first phase will be anywhere from 75 to 100, and then we just announced another phase of 35 million. So that first phase was 65 million, 68 million, and about 100 employees. And then just within the last month, they came back to us and said, hey, we're going to do another 35 million. And so they asked the city for a little bit more assistance, but it's great. I mean, that is a commitment to our community and to our workers, and a union facility. They're all Teamsters. Good paying jobs in Quoin, and those jobs, those people live all over the region, and so it's not just in Quoin. So you can do a heat map and find a zip code down this way that's got a Prismium employee. And so wonderful group, Italian company, wonderful employees, wonderful leadership, and we look forward to, again, they've been there over 50 years, another 50 years of good production from that facility.
Well, if we're let's take a step away from industrial and let's talk about recreational in Quoin. You cannot talk about Quoin without talking about the Quoin State Fair. Now, there have already been plenty of announcements that have come out, like what's going to be or who's going to be at the grandstand. What else can we know about the fair coming up this year? Yeah,
I mean, what people can expect every year is a lot of free entertainment, a lot of things, fun for the kids to do, rides, obviously, good food, a lot of things in the expo hall, exhibition hall. There's water activities, car races, horse races. There's something for everybody. And so going back decades, the leadership there under multiple governor administrations has prided themselves on doing as many things for as free they can or cheap as they can, because not everybody can afford to go to Holiday World, Six Flags, Disney World, or on a big vacation every year. But you can count on that being the end of summer activity for your kids and for your family. And so, the grandstand lineup is good again. And, one of my best friends is the fair manager there, so he's doing a great job. and look forward to having another successful fair and building on last year's record attendance for the town and for the region.
Yeah, huge economic boost for town, for the entire region.
Yeah.
Well, we've got about 15 seconds left or so. Is there anything else that you'd like to mention, Mayor?
Yeah, we've got 4th of July celebration
yeah.
on the 4th at the fairgrounds. It'll be all day from like 3 in the afternoon until dark. It'll cap off with the fireworks. We'll have food trucks, things for kids to do.
Oh, nice.
So it's another community-oriented event, and that's what we want to bring families out from not only from New Quoin but the surrounding region and have a good time and enjoy the holiday.
Absolutely, yeah, and utilize the fairgrounds there.
Absolutely.
Mayor, thank you for coming on. We've covered a lot of ground today.
Yes, we have. Thanks for having me.
Well, we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.